Welcome back to Simbuzz. I'm going to tell you about a website that will change the way you look at flights. You'll be more informed about flights that are delayed or even canceled, because this happened to me in 2022. And I'm going to tell you that story right now before I tell you the website. June 16th, 2022. My father and I were traveling to Phoenix, Arizona for a weekend getaway. We first had to go through Charlotte. That trip actually was strange. We didn't leave Savannah until 4 hours later. We sat on the tarmac for 4 hours. Once we got to Charlotte, and that was late, it was probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, we had to get a bite to eat. But then we were wondering, how the heck are we going to get to Phoenix? Because our flight was supposed to, and we knew we were going to miss that flight. There's no way. That flight was long gone. So we were wondering, how the heck are we going to get there? So we actually, once we finished our dinner, we went back to the desk, and they rebooked us this time to Chicago. We got there probably about 11:30 that night. We slept in the airport, Chicago O'Hare Airport, that night. Early morning, on Friday morning, June 17th, we went back. We actually got a flight there. We had a flight that we were issued the previous night in replacement. That would be leaving at 7:30 that morning, Friday morning, and it would get into Phoenix at 9. It left Chicago. Yeah, it left Chicago at 7:30 that morning, and we get to Phoenix at about 9. Then, once we got into Phoenix, what we had planned to do. But then, on the way back, more airline woes. On the way back, not quite as bad, but still not perfect, because our flight out of Phoenix was delayed a half an hour. May not sound too bad, but it resulted in us just barely making our flight back to Savannah. We had to rush down that airport in Charlotte to get to our Savannah flight. We were in a hurry, no question. We lucked out. Now, here's the website while all this was happening, I was telling my father about a website, FlightAware.com. It's also an app that is available in any web store. What you're looking at is the website that's connected with that app, FlightAware.com. The app is available for free on at any web store, like I said. What you do is you go to that website or app depending on what you're doing, is you can go like search by flight number or route. Like let's say I want to go from, let's say I'm gonna go, whoops, I'm gonna go from Charlotte and there it is, Charlotte Douglas, to Phoenix. Something went wrong there. From Charlotte to Phoenix. As you can see that it automatically gives you the code. You don't have to know the code. That code is the ICAO code that requires, or that gives you the country. It adds the country letter on top, the country letter on top in front of it. That's K in the United States. It varies with each country. The IATA takes that off. And there are all your flights going from Charlotte to Phoenix in recently in each airline. You can check now. You can see all these in green. These are all A-OK. There aren't none that are scheduled. That this one leaves in, like there's some that leave. You can see all that. But as you can see, there's no delays here. But if there were delays, it would be showing up in red. And another thing you can do is even crazier. This is what you can even track a flight. Like let's say your loved one is on a flight without you, and you want to find it to make sure it is not. It's okay. What you can do is you can track that flight. I'm going to go Savannah. Again, there's the ICAO code to Charlotte. Oh, typo. Charlotte Douglas. There it is, right there. And you search it right here. Let's say you want a code. I want to see one that's in progress, though. I want to do this. I want to go like this. Let's go back here. Savannah. Oh, we didn't even get a chance to do that, but that's what I want to do. But I gotta find to Charlotte, and you find it right here. Might be over here. I want to fight this in the next, like that's already in. Oh, here we go. Here we go. These are the flights in progress. Let's look at this one right here. This is all the flight traffic. Let's use this as an example. Let's go like this. No, we don't want to go international. We want one like this. We want let's now we go. Now we got it. All right, this one oh no, that's to Atlanta from Punjab or whatever. I want to find a domestic flight. And you can see all the rain there. That's because we had a lot of rain today. Nope. Let's try this one. Here it is. Speaking of Chicago, this one is from that same airport, Chicago O'Hare, to Tampa. Ironically, it's from the same airport where we were coming from to go to Phoenix that day. But this one was headed for Tampa. It is actually en route. It's on its way. It leaves it left 3 minutes early at 2:07 Eastern, or excuse me, Central, 2:07 Central, and it arrives. And by the way, that's 3 minutes earlier than it's scheduled, and it arrives. It arrived, that is, at 5:45, or arrives at 5. It's going to arrive at 5:45 this evening, 7 minutes earlier than scheduled. And here's where it is right now. I was on this site. I asked my mother for the flight where she was going. I forget where she was coming from, but I was missing her so bad. And I didn't tell her that I was going to track her on this site. But once she came home, I said, "I've been tracking you the whole time. I know when you came in." And then because I called her right when she, like 5 minutes after she got off the plane, and she knew it. She said, "I just got off the flight 5 minutes ago," and I said, "I know. I've been tracking you this whole time." So And she admitted it's not because I was dying to see her. It's because I wanted to sneak. I was being sneaky. Anyway, but I but that's what you could do. You could track anyone's flight to see where they are at any time, and if they're sitting on the tarmac or if they're delayed, and you can follow them the whole time. And once they get in, you can you'll actually see when they get in. It follows you in real time. It follows it in real time. It's really nifty. Anyway, but that's what I did one time, and I told my dad about this site because the Weather Channel uses this site for their flight delays, for their flight information. When they show all the flights that are delayed, this is the site that they use, FlightAware.com. Anyway, that's what I have, and I I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, youtube.com.